Hi, I've always wanted to be an artist. I've been drawing since I was 4 years old. My parents always supported me as I did sports and academics. They always encouraged me to keep on drawing. When I went to college, I went for art education because I really wanted to help young people continue to learn and be inspired by art the way I was. As I continued my education in art education in college, it became clear to me that for my own career, I really wanted to learn how to become a professional artist. And to do that, my advisors told me to go and pursue an MFA, a Master of Fine Arts degree. So I shifted my focus a little bit to just straight studio art, still taking the valuable lessons of art education with me, and pursued my MFA. That would later lead me into becoming a university professor, where I can still teach and inspire, but also make artwork and have shows and exhibitions and lectures like the one you're participating in. So, as I mentioned, I've always been an artist. I've loved drawing, but I've also loved singing. I've sang in choirs for years, starting in 4th grade. I've always loved to express myself in every different type of medium. In college, I had an opportunity to take some dance classes, and so I did that. I also took some piano classes, so expressing myself creatively is something that I've always felt comfortable and interested in. Artists' roles in societies are as diverse as any other professional you might come across. Medical professionals, athletes, we are as diverse in how we engage with the community and with society and its memory as any other field you can imagine. Some artists are critics, some are knowledge keepers, mouthpieces for nation states and corporations, cultural mirrors, and activists. Whatever path an artist chooses, their efforts are woven into that society, the cultures that cultivated them, and they carry an important role in representing the society's life cycle. This project, I Am Legend, is inspired by the horrors of the everyday that Black people encounter and the institutional and persistent resistance, resilience, and excellence that Black people embody. I wanted to enter into this conversation in the wake of George Floyd and Breonna Taylor, and too many Black lives we're seeing taken from this world, through a history that really represents the causal connections between two very different types of American experiences. I chose Soul Train and very popular photographs and postcards of American lynching through the 19th and 20th century as a way in. Both represent ways that Americans have tried to survive, have tried to find community, have tried to speculate and secure the futures for their children. Two are very different examples of how we went about doing this, but both continue from that time to echo into today and how we engage with each other, particularly Black and white culture. The project draws from the ethnogothic, a byproduct of the Black speculation arts movement. I'm a big horror fan, and Gothic horror and ethnogothic horror, as we see very popularly in films of Jordan Peele, like Us and Get Out, are becoming very common spaces for Black creators and authors to engage with very difficult subjects, be critical, and foreground how an audience can have two very different responses or more depending on their past experiences with these subjects. Bringing that in, I see this project as a type of ghost story, of a mutual haunting between Black and white American experiences. The shadows of the crowds from lynching photos that visualized real physical danger have haunted the Black experience and led to the necessity for safe spaces like Soul Train. The imagined threat of what Black people could do, become, and achieve which are exemplary in Soul Train, are the psychic fears of some white people that participated and hold the values of that led to these lynchings. I hope this engagement with the past allows space for us to consider how these trajectories echo through time and affect us today. How Black communities have been terrorized by vigilante groups, some sanctioned, some not, have been marginalized, threatened, and limited by supremacist institutions. And in a very personal way, if people that celebrate or engage in Soul Train and love that as a medium, but may also find comfort or path with these legacies of vigilantism and violence, it might create pause to imagine if you like, say, for example, Gladys Knight or Marvin Gaye, that too easily the future Gladys Knight or Marvin Gaye could have been taken from this world if we continue to allow these systems to run rampant and allow these histories to continue to evolve without intervention.